What is up? 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 What is up, Grocknation? Welcome back to the arcade this evening for this summer's or this year's summer fragrance list. I don't know if you can hear my boy back here. I don't know if you can see him back there, Big Arch. He's joining us this evening as I got a array of fragrances here I want to go through that I think will really do well for you guys for this summer of 2025, including two fragrances that are new. One I bought last summer and one I just bought this previous month, which really set the tone for my my 2-week vacation I just came back from. As well, we're going to discuss a mistake, I think. Not really a mistake, but something I think my young fragrance men out there are kind of making, and it's not really a fault of their own. It's just it's oversaturation of a certain fragrance that I'm going to get into that I smelled everywhere. And you're going, Grock, everywhere is not where you are. Well, I was seeing thousands of different people every single day for 2 days, and let me just say that this one fragrance I smelled on everybody. But once again, guys, before we get started, if you liked the video, don't forget to give it that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you love this kind of content, specifically ASMR content. But let's get started into this list here, guys. Not even a list. I'm not going to put this in any particular order. I'm just going to go through. These are fragrances I've been pretty much wearing this year, this summer season so far. So with that being said, let's dig in. Okay, so I just ranted for about 10 minutes with my video recorder, not actually recording. So I just wasted like 10 minutes of this intro. So I'm going to try to repeat myself without trying to rush through it to ruin it. Guys, there was a fragrance this summer I came across that I smelled on everybody. And you're going, where were you, Grock, that you could smell? I was at the Calgary Stampede for 2 days, the weekend of last weekend. It was actually the first weekend of the Calgary Stampede because it was a 2-week event. If you're not from Canada and you're like, what is the Calgary Stampede? It is a massive rodeo in Calgary, Alberta that goes on for 2 weeks. And they open up exhibition halls, midway games, the whole 9 yards. It's a massive, massive, massive ground. It's called Stampede Park in Calgary, and it's huge. It becomes basically a little village. You can get anything there and everything. And there's always something going on. You have the rodeo on every day of the week, and in the afternoons, the rodeo, and then the races in the evenings. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is I would bump into at least 1,000 people a day, at least. Just walking, it's a little overwhelming because there's so many people there. It's like you're walking like your sardines in a can. It has its own gondola that goes through the whole thing, which is a really nice little shortcut because we're trying to walk at a reasonable pace there with that many people is incredibly difficult. It's very, very compact for sure, and that's how I came across this. Now, I told you guys in the beginning, and I want to try to reiterate this. When I say it's not really your fault this has happened, it's not, because my young men out there that are wearing fragrances, this fragrance is plastered everywhere. Every YouTube fragrance influencer, hypes this up, and you definitely feel like it's the best, fragrance for you to wear for sure, because everyone talks about it. But it's so oversaturated right now. It's everywhere. For my millennials out there like myself who were coming of age in the late 90s, early 2000s, you'll remember this with Adidas Moves. Everybody smelled like the Adidas Moves. Everyone smelled the same. So this fragrance is a fragrance that I smelled everywhere. The only other fragrance is particularly on this list, or not list, but these group of fragrances I have that I for sure smelled on somebody else was Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense, which I was like, that's very fitting because these are hot summer days here in Calgary, and that's a really good summer fragrance. I wear it, but everybody and their dad was wearing Dior Sauvage. Now, like I said, Dior Sauvage is a great fragrance, so it's no surprise that a lot of YouTube influencers are really hyping this up. Everybody talks about this. There's ads for it everywhere. Not just this, but Elixir as well. Elixir does smell slightly better than this, but ultimately they smell almost the same. So I always tell you guys, fragrances are like time capsules, some of them. Important memories, important moments, trips in your life. If you've bought a fragrance just for that trip, for example, you'll always remember that fragrance, and you'll put the two together. I smelled so much of this goddamn fragrance in Calgary at the Stampede that I think it's memory capsuled for me now, and it's always going to be a fragrance. When I smell it, I smell the Calgary Stampede, for sure. And it's a great fragrance. Like I said, it's no surprise. It's the king right now. Everyone's wearing that casually wears fragrances for sure. But here's the problem with that, guys. I'm talking to my young men out here. If you go to the Calgary Stampede, now the Calgary Stampede is like Coachella in the US. It's one of those events, or the Kentucky Derby. You dress up for it. The Kentucky Derby, you dress up like those old aristocratic, upper class people from the 20s and 30s. That's how you dress, and it's really cool. Coachella, they dress like Woodstock. You know what I mean? And it's really become this cultural phenomenon. Well, the Calgary Stampede, for sure, over the last decade, has really embraced that as well, and everyone dresses really westerny. It's really nice. Like, some of the outfits there were incredible. Fun fact, I was walking right beside Chelsea Green, the WWF wrestler, or WWE wrestler, at the Stampede, and had no idea it was her. I remember her boyfriend was this big jacked motherfucker with a black shirt, and she had a full jean outfit on, and I was telling myself, she looks familiar, but I don't know where I know her from. She kind of looks like a girl I know named Tyler, and I'm like, that's why she looks familiar. She looks like my friend Tyler. Well, later that night at Airbnb, I was scrolling through my Instagram, and boom, there she is, Chelsea Green with her boyfriend, and I'm like, that was fucking Chelsea Green. And people that seen her there were getting selfies. I'm like, I definitely would have got a selfie. She's one of my favorite wrestlers. I don't watch wrestling per se. I'm an old school wrestling fan, but they're always on my feeds, and I keep track of everybody, and that's one of my favorites because she's Canadian as well, and I love her outfits she wears, her old school outfits. We are way the fuck off topic of fragrances here. Okay, guys, so you all smell the same, so you're gonna get dressed up, you're gonna go to the Calgary Stampede, look for girls. Good for you, for one, because you're doing the one thing I respect more than anything else as a man in today's day and age, and I know it's hard because this is the internet day and age. You're going out and you're trying to find girls in person, old school style, like I used to have to. Great. I would love to help you in any way possible. Therefore, I'm going to give you this information. If you and your four buddies are all walking around and you're spraying your fucking self with Dior Sauvage, now you smell like every other guy at that venue. And say girls are walking around, they're going, oh my god, that's all I smell. I don't know who I can pinpoint. They all smell great because it's a great fragrance. Well, that's not going to help your cause. If you want something more unique, wear something no one else is wearing. Now, I'm not saying wear this. I was wearing this the 2 days I was there, my Creed Aventus, because I knew it would smell unique. And I was right. I never smelled another Creed Aventus that whole 2 days. Out of all the places and all the people we've seen, I never smelled another person wearing Creed Aventus. I know for a fact, people were noticing this smell when they would come around me. They would turn and they would look. And it's what I'm used to when I wear this. I know I've had people, on other pages talk about Creed Aventus like you guys are out of your fucking minds. Nobody pays attention to people's fragrances. No one's going to come and compliment you guys if you're wearing Creed Aventus. Yes, they will, because it smells so goddamn great. I'm being hypocritical in that this isn't really technically a summer fragrance. It has summer notes, but it's more of a gourmand. I call it a special occasion fragrance. I wore it to a wedding the week prior, and I obviously wore it to my wedding. I wear it to very special trips, and I figured I would wear it to the Calgary Stampede because I knew I would smell unique and smell great. But you guys don't have to wear Aventus. Just find something else, because right now I'm telling you, I'm like the anti put blusher of this right now, I guess, technically. Don't wear this right now, guys. This is way too much. Way too many people are wearing it. You're not smelling unique. You're smelling good for sure, but you're not smelling unique. You need to try to wear something else. That was my rant. Roughly, I think I got it pretty much what I said prior. Archie did get up and stretch during that other one, the fake one I made where I wasn't recording, so unfortunately you guys missed that. But with that being said, I want to get into these fragrances, and again, it's not a list, it's just what I've been wearing this summer so far. I'm going to give you scenarios where each of these are really good for, and I'm not going to break down every note in these fragrances, because then I'm a fragrance influencer on YouTube, and I'm not. I know I always have people come in like, Grock, well, when are you going to do next fragrance video? When's your next fragrance? What do you think of this fragrance? What do you think of that? My guys, go and ask Jeremy Fragrance, go and ask Jen Sands, two of my favorites, by the way. Go and ask Demi Rolling, third favorite, by the way, because her selections are a little out there. But not me. I'm just a YouTuber / Twitch streamer that has an unusual, massive amount of fragrances that I need to start cutting out. I bought another one during this trip because I couldn't help myself. It was so good, and it's a delicious summer fragrance. But I'm not a YouTube fragrance influencer, so there will be fragrance videos on this channel, obviously, because it's one of my collections, or one of my, not hobbies. Is it a hobby because I'm collecting them? Maybe that's what it is, a hobby, but there will definitely be some. I do an annual, like I said, I do an annual summer list, and I do an annual Christmas role play as well, but I'm talking too much here. Let's get into these fragrances, and I'll give you guys scenarios on where they should be worn. Okay, so before we get started, like I said, so your summer fragrances are going to be very aromatic. There's going to be citruses in there. They're going to be very, very light. They should be, because you want them to really pop in the heat, in the summer heat. They're good on clothes, and they're good on your skin as well, for sure. Winter fragrances more so, you want them to be spicier, heavier, and you want them to do really well on your skin, as you're either going to be wearing winter clothing or sweaters, etc. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk about, the one I just bought at a Sephora at Polo Park, is 2024's Versace Eros Energy Eau de Parfum. Guys, as soon as I smelled this, I could smell the lime, the lemon, the grapefruit, a little bit of pepper on the dry down. I fell in love instantly. It didn't smell like anything I owned, for sure, and it's really, really, really good for summer. Oh, it smells so good. Let's see if I can go a video without spraying my eyeballs, guys. Oh, man. So good. I've worn this, like, I don't even know, maybe 10 times. In the last 2 weeks since I bought it, it's really hard for me not to wear it. It was really hard for me not to wear it for the Stampede, but I knew I wanted to. We were dressed nice, me and my wife, and I wanted to smell and look really good, so I went with Aventus, but I've been wearing this guy literally everywhere else, in Banff, in Winnipeg. I even wore it to work my last shift, and that's where I'm going to give you guys my performance of it. You are going to get at least 10 hours of projection with this guy, because he's Eau de Parfum. There's a little more oils in this than there is in a straight Colonia or a toilette. But yeah, you're going to get a good 8 hours of projection. I always tell you guys how I test these. I wear them at work, and I go to my control booth, where my main desk, where I sit and everything is, and it's like a pressurized booth. Basically, it's poorly pressurized, but it's pressurized. So every time I'm in there, I'll walk in my booth, and a wave of air goes by my head, and I can always smell my fragrances, because I always put them behind my ear and behind my neck when I'm wearing them to work, so it's on my skin. My fragrances I apply for work, winter or summer, is always on my ears and my neck, behind my ears and my back of my neck, which always is a really good place to put your fragrances if you're going to apply them just for casually. Obviously, like I said, if you're going to be going to an event like it was with my Aventus, I do one in each shoulder as well. But yeah, that's Versace Eros Energy. It's a really, really great summer fragrance, a super, super fresh fragrance. I wouldn't say signature. I don't think you could wear this in the winter. That's going to be one of the downsides for it. Maybe a con is you can't wear it in the winter. It's too fresh. It's too summery for sure. This is a summer fragrance. But great, great fragrance. I do love it a lot. Like I said, great performance as well. Up next, we're going to talk about the second fragrance I seen at the Calgary Stampede, or I rather should say I smelled. There was others as well, guys. I was annoying my wife we'd be walking by a group of people like, there's Dior Sauvage again, there's Dior Sauvage, there's Dior Sauvage, oh, there's Acqua Di Gio, you know, like I knew. And one of the odd ones that was really rare and fitting for the summer, like I said, was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Somebody was wearing it, good for you, you smelled very unique to me. The 2 days I was there, if I was a girl, I'd be walking around going, oh, someone smells really good and not like everybody else. And I'd be looking to see who smelled like that. And this is not actually a very, I think this is a 2012, 2013 fragrance. It's up there, it's an old fragrance, it's a very known fragrance, so it's not like it's super unique, but in that scenario where everyone's wearing the same fragrance, this person stood out. You guys can see I got quite a bit left. I've actually, this is my second bottle of this, and I think I bought this second bottle, I want to say 2020, 2019 I bought the second bottle, but it's a great, great summer fragrance. It's almost aquatic. There's a little bit of vanilla notes in there, there's citrus notes, it's very aromatic. Oh, it smells so good. It's almost aquatic. You're going, Grock, what is aquatic? Well, aquatic would be like Aquamarine by Bulgari. This is a pure aquatic fragrance. Aquatic fragrances. Yeah, wow. Aquatic fragrances are fragrances that was going to be on the list, by the way. Great fragrance to wear to the beach. Think of like this beautiful Disney cartoon you're watching and like a Caribbean, maybe like Little Mermaid or beautiful like turquoise oceans and nice hot sunny sky. I always say aquatic fragrances smell like that. They're very ocean is the wrong word because the ocean water is salty and it's not the same at all, but they do really, really well in water. And I always say, particularly that fragrance is great if you're going to be going to the beach. This guy's perfect for going to the beach as well, going to the lake. It's almost aquatic, but it's not quite there. You can wear this in the summer times, anywhere. Going to a party, going to the bar, you know, maybe lunch with some friends in a patio bar, out in the sun, something. And it's really, really, really good performance as well. Just like Energy from Versace Eros, you are going to get about 8 hours of projection on this. It's a monster. And I think I've worn it maybe 5 times this summer so far. I can't believe we're in July, middle of July already. I haven't got a chance to get you guys a video here. Just have been so hectically busy the last 2 months. It's been ridiculous. But let's move on. Again, nothing here is in any particular order. I'm just going by what I'm grabbing here. Up next, we have Mont Blanc Ultra Blue. This is a really good fragrance as well. It's a flaker to the original, what's it called? Oh, Jesus. Mont Blanc Explorer. The black one, anyway. This is a flaker to it. And this one, I believe, is a 2021 or a 2022. I bought it the year it came out. Again, it's another great. Oh, beautiful. Another great summer aromatic citrusy fragrance. I would put this one up there with probably the next one we're going to talk about in terms of it's not sexy, it's fresh. It's a nice summery aquatic freshness, but it's not aquatic as in Bulgari Ultra. Oh Jesus, what the hell's the name of this thing again? Acqua by Bulgari. Sorry, Acqua Pura. It's not like that. It's not a citrusy fragrance or aquatic fragrance like that. It's more citrusy, but a little bit of sexiness in it. I believe this has leather in it. What were the notes for this again? I used to know the notes for this one. Regardless, it's all like aromatic notes, and I don't want to dig into all these. If you guys notice my old fragrance videos, I'm constantly in between. I would cut, and it would be all cut together because I'm checking my phone going, what are the fragrance notes on this? Most of them are relatively the same. They're aquatic, aromatic notes regardless, and it smells great. I actually don't think I've worn this summer yet, to be honest with you. I was just grabbing my fragrances out of my shelf next to me here, and I'm like, oh look, that's there. Oh, I should start wearing that this week maybe. I was thinking to myself because I haven't really worn it. I haven't worn it at all. Up next is a very old fragrance. It's a 2004 fragrance. It is Versace Pura, which is a perfect mix of an aquatic fresh summer fragrance. It's got some sexiness to it though, for sure. Oh, you know what? Memory capsule for me. This is always going to remind me of, I bought it at a duty-free shop in Paris when we got out of the airport at the, what is it? The big airport in Paris, Bordeaux, I can't remember what it's called, but I realized I never bought a fragrance, which is crazy for me, and it was summertime, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get a summer fragrance, and this was one that's, I've always smelled for years, but before I started collecting fragrances, especially with light blue intense, I'm like, I already have a blue fragrance. In the fragrance world, these kind of fragrances, guys, they're called blue fragrances because they all, well, they have the blue appearance, and they all smell blue. They all smell somewhat aquatic, even if they aren't aquatic. They all have that, you know. The same thing with Polo Blue. Like I said, Acqua by Bulgari. They all have like that blue signature, which is like, it's, for me, it's like a fruity, aromatic. I keep repeating myself, but twist to it. So they all smell relatively good. If you smell one blue fragrance, or you like one blue fragrance, you're probably going to like them all. And I should actually do a list where I list all my favorite blue fragrances. But this one does have a tinge of sexiness to it. This one I would recommend a summer date for sure. If you're going to go on a date with a girl in the summertime, I mean, again, an outdoor patio scenario, maybe an outdoor concert, something along those lines, this would smell really, really, really good. The only thing I'm going to give this a negative for is its performance. It's not that great. I think you'll get about 5 to 6 hours of projection, and then after that you have to be really close to the skin to start smelling it. But yeah, Versace Pura Homme, great choice this summer for a fragrance. Now, I mentioned earlier Acqua Di Gio by Armani, which is a really, really good fragrance. It's almost up there though with Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage is the king now though. Like, everybody wears Dior Sauvage. Acqua Di Gio was like that for a long time, Profumo especially. And to avoid, I would say, smelling like that, because that's a great summer fragrance as well. It's a good signature. You can wear it year round. It's got a perfect mix of sexy and freshness to it. If you're going to go for something just for summer, you want to smell a little different, go with this flaker right here. This is Absolute by Acqua Di Gio. It's got, people, you know, have always said it basically smells like Acqua Di Gio, but no, there's a little more grit to it, I say. Oh yeah, there's a little more grit to it. It's not as aquatic as Acqua Di Gio, but it's got like a sexiness to it, more of a, I don't know, like a beachy, not really going into water, but like a beachy lounge, beachy club kind of deal. You know, I picture yourself, you wear this, you put on, you know, nice beach clothes, you put this on, you go to the bar there, and you talk with friends, hang out there. This is a good one for this. I actually wore this at my cabin party a couple weeks ago, just because it was a nice hot day, and my summer cabin party with my coworkers, actually that was a while ago now, my god, July is just flying by, it was in June. But yeah, scenarios like that, really social events like that, I wouldn't really say date. This is more, you're going out to smell good around a bar situation, a club, but again, outdoorsy, not indoors. Again, limited in that you could really only ever wear this in the summertime. This is not a fragrance you would put on going to a nightclub, say in New York or something, in the middle of winter. I like the top too. The top is one of my favorite things of this. It's like a little cork. It looks and feels like real wood. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, this fragrance is what I've been wearing the most this summer so far. I find myself wearing this time and time again. This is Acqua di Parma, Colonia Pura. As you guys can see, I bought it in 2022, and I've used that much already. You guys can see that right there. It's crazy how much of this I've used already. It's such a damn good. Oh, so good. So fresh. So fresh. It smells very lemony and very, just amazing. Summer sexy for sure, I would say. Not aquatic at all. This one is not aquatic. It's not blue. So it's really close to the next fragrance I'll talk about, which is my favorite fragrance of all time, by the way. It's almost up there with it, I would say. Really great for, I'm not even sure where I would put this. I was going to say summery, outdoorsy stuff, like playing baseball, stuff like that, but that's more sporty. No, this is more like if you work outside, like say, not construction, that wouldn't be good. I would wear a fresh fragrance if you're outside working in construction. Like maybe like for parks or conservation, like you're outdoorsy all the time, because this guy really goes well with your skin. It stays on, it projects like a monster on your skin. You'll get 10 to 12 hours with this guy in your skin, especially behind your ears and behind your neck. Like no, maybe you're working in an outdoor bar kind of deal, like a bartender or a server, like a bar server, something like that. This would be really good. I always debated wondering if I should put this in a signature fragrance that you can wear year round, but I don't think you can. I think this is meant purely for the season of summer. I only ever wear it in summer. It's one of the things I look forward to about summertime is I get to wear my Acqua Di Parma. But yeah, it's really good. Really sexy. It's got that super like lemony smell to it. And speaking of lemon, is probably the most most lemon smelling fragrance I have here for you guys. And that is last year's purchase for me, my last summer's purchase, which was Dior Homme. Oh, Dior Homme Cologne, I guess, technically. It smells so good. I've seen people complain about it. They say, well, it smells a lot like detergent. Yeah, like, but it doesn't for me. It smells like really fresh, clean lint. Like out of a dryer. Like a really good lint. It's got like that lemony pledge, almost, not pine sol, but you know what I mean? Like that same kind of, like lime lemony scent. It's so damn aromatic, and yeah, it's good. Guys, this actually could be a signature fragrance. You could wear this year round because it smells fresh. I've told you guys in my videos for fresh or signature fragrances, one of the criteria is that you smell fresh, because everybody wants to smell clean year round. Everybody wants to smell like they just got straight out of the shower year round. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of -40 winter. You show up to the office wearing this, you'll smell like you just got out of the shower. You'll smell really appealing to everybody, not just the ladies, but you'll be pleasant to be around, is what I'm saying. But it's a great fragrance, and I would 100% recommend it for the summer season. Okay, that's all of, no, my favorite fragrance. I told you guys we were going to talk about it next. We didn't. You guys know if you've been to this channel quite a bit. It is L'Homme by YSL L'Homme. One of my favorite fragrances, if not my most favorite. I would say my favorite, one hands down. Aventus is a close second. But this guy here, fresh, like super fresh. Year-round fragrance if you want, and it's still in production today. It's a very old fragrance from like 2005, 2006, and it's so light and so pleasing that you can wear it year-round. You can cake yourself in this. You're not going to overdo it. It smells so good. It's so light. Oh, man. Again, not aquatic. It's your gold lake fragrance, a lot like Acqua Di Parma. It's a very sexy, aromatic fragrance. Super light. You're never going to offend anybody with this. Again, I've talked about this in my channel, fragrances of my life. This for me is a time capsule of my courtship year with my wife now. When we very first started dating, I got so many good memories wearing this. I wore this again in high school, my grade 12 year. This is my second bottle, or my third bottle. This is my third bottle in my entire life. I've gone through 2 little ones. it is now, but I actually had my 2007 or 2008 bottle. There was a little bit left in it still. And I did that video, I think in 2022, 2023. It still smelled just like L'Homme, so that's how good a quality this juice is. And, you know, as light as it is, it's a monster as well. It'll stay on your skin for a very long time. But like I said, it's so pleasant and so light, you can cake yourself in this. And you won't have the same effect that these people were having on me and probably everybody else at the Calgary Stampede. But guys, that's going to be the fragrances I'm talking about this summer. I didn't go through any of the notes this time. More so because I've gone through the notes of all of these many times. So maybe I sound a little bit like I was repeating myself. I hope I conveyed the similarities in it and the differences between all these fragrances. But let me know what you guys think down below about my selection here. If you liked this, you know, me just running through it like this, or you want me to break down the notes and cut the videos up, it's up to you guys. Let me know down below, though. Let me know if you write any of these. And let me know if you're not wearing any of these. What's a great fragrance to wear for the summertime? I'd love to hear it. This isn't even... I think I have 8 more summer fragrances for sure that I didn't include in here, but I haven't worn them this year. Like I said, I don't know why I brought him in, Ultra Blue. I haven't worn him at all this year. So I was kind of cheating there. I never wore him yet. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of your summer. Hopefully I'll get a few more videos out for you guys this week. With that being said, have a great day, great night, whatever it may be, and peace out. Peace out, peace out, peace out, peace out, peace out. Peace out, guys. Bye.